Okay. Should be online. Actually, how do you even spell truths? Is it just with an S?
Truth on my software?
Doesn't have any.
Não, já começou.
Yes. I like how I asked
That's why
in English and you responded in Portuguese and you didn't even notice.
Yeah, after a while, I don't even recall which language I may have learned or heard or read a piece of information.
Are you already like that with German as well?
No, no. Well,
Do you say BMW or BMV? The real questions, I know.
Nice. And I just had a hair in my mouth. Right.
That's interesting.
Purple.
So, we're back. How's everyone doing?
Alive.
This is the first session since New Year, I believe, right?
Yeah, happy
Yes.
New Year, everybody.
And it was supposed to be Tuesday, but yeah, got delayed to today. Before we start, I noticed someone voted for 2 weeks from today and you couldn't. Can we do another day, or how do you want to organize that? Robert.
28, right?
Oh, sorry. If I did anything, it was by mistake.
Oh, you declined.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, but because I didn't understand you. You were already booking next time. I was like, oh my god, I accepted something I shouldn't.
No, no.
I should decline. Okay. Likely I can, but like I start a new job next week, so let's see.
Okay.
I'll keep you updated.
Do you want to do like Thursday again, or?
Likely Thursday will work, but let me see how the new job goes.
Okay. You can put tentative then.
Yeah,
Thursday, I don't think I can. Not sure.
Okay.
But I will count on it.
Mm-hmm. We'll try Tuesday, and if we can't, we just, postpone 1 week, 2 weeks. It's fine.
Alright.
Right. So getting back into things. Hope everyone had a good New Year. And do you remember what we were up to last time?
We were doing the trial
puzzle
thingy.
room.
Yeah, puzzle room.
About the puzzle room. Before the puzzle room, you remember how you got there in the first place?
Something. Robert was
room.
MVP.
A mirror room.
I mean, one step back from that, where...
Yeah, I was going to do reverse order, but sure, we can start. We were in the library. Start from the beginning, though. We were in the library. We were trying to find out. Well, initially the restricted section, but then thinking about information about the whatchamacallit, and we noticed some strange noise coming from above somewhere, a floor above.
You ordered the book, and basically there was noise above you.
Yes, the mechanism through which the noise was produced seemed to be by focusing on a specific topic, trying to make use of the library functions.
What specific topic was this?
The creatures, the Dream Eaters, I believe. We got as close to the source of the sound as we could, and seemed to be a dead end.
Yes.
After trying to figure out how to proceed, Robert started unpacking books from the closest bookshelf in question. After the bookshelf was empty, it became in some way ethereal. And could be passed through, leading to a room of some sort of mirror dimension. Well, a room which had mirrors on 3 of the 4 walls. It was a square room. We navigated this mirror maze of sorts until we reached, yes, the, yeah. Oh, okay, if you want to mention the properties of the of the mirrors, one mirror showed our actual reflection, the others were distorted in one axis, the other. We navigated to the end of that. It was like, I think you said the number of rooms that we did this through.
Yeah, I also said I was gonna give you how many and what the order was, and I completely forgot. So give me a
Yes.
second.
Wasn't it like on the 40s or something like that?
I think so, yes. The number I was thinking of was like 45 or in that range, but
Yes,
I
same.
don't remember.
I only
I
have
mean,
the first 13, but I'll get there.
Right. Anyway, after the last one, it was instead it was no longer 3 mirror walls. There were 2, I think, of the, so to say, fake mirrors, fake reflections, and the same back wall that's led to the beginning or outside, and another one which brought us to the puzzle room.
One thing about the mirrors, if you recall, Robert had this tattoo property thing where
Yeah.
he could place an X, and the mirrors did not reflect this X.
Yep.
Only the one that that was not distorted. I think that one kept the.
Yes.
And everybody, everybody or the 2 of them have an X on their forehead.
Yeah, I think you
Right.
placed it on yourself as well.
I put it on myself as well? Yeah,
I
I'm
believe
very
so.
smart. Indeed. I don't remember if I put it on myself as well. It's tattoo breadcrumbs. The property that allowed me
And
to do that.
you also put one near the entrance, and on the last step you could see that the entrance was right behind you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then once you finished that, it brought you to here, this room, if you recall.
I remember that I rolled a perception to check stuff. We were trying to understand what this room was, and as you were going to tell me what I saw, I found the lines on the floor.
It's more of a, I placed the lines whenever you rolled high enough, and then I was gonna say, can you even see them? And then you noticed.
Yeah.
So
Which ones did we do?
the ones that are in italic.
Okay, so wait, just the writer and the weaver, is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you recall, each one of these statues, when you got up and close to them, they would whisper something. And this is all reflected in the... in these texts. They would whisper this over and over until you did something and they would stop whispering. For the first one, you saw that there was... the needle that the weaver was holding was movable, and there was, in his pattern, in his robes, there seemed to be something that it looked akin to a storm, and there was a small hole where the needle fit through, and once you did that, it stopped whispering. For the tail, I'm trying to find where I wrote it down, but I can't find it. Great. Do you remember what the tail was?
What?
I don't remember the full tale. It was a sliding puzzle of sorts, and we had
It was a
to go
sliding
the last-
puzzle, yeah.
There was a
the
sliding
last-
puzzle. It had, I believe it was 5 pieces, and then a 6th one, which was input by you. I think Abaris, you wrote it. Do you remember what you drew in the last piece?
Let me check my notes.
I should have this written down somewhere, but I'm not finding it right now. So
Let me see my notes. I have it.
Image in my head.
I have like way too many tabs of Notepad open at the moment.
Imagine using Notepad and not something like Yoplin.
I mean, I've used Typora, but
I haven't tried that one. I've been very happy with Joplin. I've been really enjoying it for writing notes down.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Obsidian?
how many?
No, can't find it right now. Is it here? No. Yeah, can't find it. It's gone in the wind.
I can look back at the footage and see what it was exactly, but if I recall correctly, you had a piece with an adventurer looking at a map and a compass looking determined. You had one where he was swimming underwater. You had one where he was coming out of the water.
And those, the pre-existing ones, you can see from the shot log to the right.
Oh,
We wrote it down.
nice. Okay, great.
I wrote it down.
Yes, emerging triumphant from the water. Yes, swimming underwater through some underwater maze. There was one reaching a treasure chamber where there was gold and lots of treasure abound. And there was one where he was face to face with a massive golem, ready to fight. And I do believe that the piece that you made, I'm trying to recall exactly. I think you did the last piece. You wanted to do something where he was spending his money. You ended up with him donating his money, right? Something
Part
like
of
that.
it, I think it was doing 2 things, and part of it was making a donation.
Yes.
I don't remember what the second thing was.
Abaris, do you remember? Does this ring a bell?
No. I'm honest. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was, because of
Let me
the
see. Okay, now I
donation
know where I
was-
might have put it. Let me see if it's here. No, it isn't.
Mwah, mwah.
I use VS Code like you use Notepad too, sometimes. So I might have put it there. But it isn't.
So we'll go with he was donating his money and doing something else with it, which if the needs be, I'll go back in the footage and find that.
It's
Also,
just likely one of the last things we did. So
it was, yes. What do we have for the other puzzles? I think you knew, well, you saw that there were these lines on the ground, very faint lines. And you had, let me see. What else did I point out? Oh, you had the what looked like a recipe, or a
it's
bunch
just the
of
alchemist.
yes, a bunch of symbols regarding elements,
Elements,
and
yes.
there was a sequence to these elements.
Yes. Fire, water, air, earth.
And I don't think I pointed out anything major about the other statues.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So, you, Abarius, you finish drawing this picture with the. I'll let you add what you wanted. There was him donating part of the treasure, and what was he doing with the other part? You can add it now.
Let me think of something. Good.
I would like to say that whatever Avaris will put, which I know will be nothing good, Robert is against. Just
You're
before.
against donating. You're against feeding the poor.
We both know that's not what you're going to put him doing.
What am I going to do? The rest of the money. I don't want to be cliche. It's too expected that I just put like. Yeah. Hookers and booze. It's too simple. It's too simple.
Because of course you would go with that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's too predictable, you know?
Yep.
Has to be something different.
Also change the music.
Yes. Let me think for 1 second.
This is not how I remember the Konami code.
Yeah, it's way smaller. Let me see. The rest of the money is going to be used to fund and
the sequence you gave is not the same way that we started.
Is it not?
That we did. No.
Oh.
Because you tripped at the first step.
Wait, was the second one
we did...
right?
No, it was up.
It was up twice.
Left.
Okay. That's what I'm missing. It was up left, and then up, right?
I'm not sure about that. We stopped counting after a bit.
Okay,
Oh, well, you just hand waved it to I'll give it later.
Maybe now is later.
There you go.
left pad up. Okay.
Left pad up.
Okay. So the rest of the money is going to be used to fund a mercenary army.
Of course. Robert is against. Just so you're aware.
Is to what?
Fund a mercenary army.
Fund mercenary army.
The prophecy.
I mean,
it's not hookers and booze, you know.
How do you draw that? How do you convey it?
that first of all, that was one of the things I wanted to ask. The other one was, well, he's kind of drawing it, and what are you going to do? Like, watch over his shoulder and be like, no, that's no, don't draw that.
That's not good. I mean, you can say, okay, let's role play this. You know, let's not speak out of character. Let's
what are you drawing?
Okay, so I'm drawing someone giving some money to charity.
Okay, as agreed. Makes sense.
And I think the other half of the money is going towards creating a private army, a mercenary army.
Yeah, but my question out of character is, how are you drawing it?
I'm drawing a stickman, giving money to other stickmen, and I'm drawing armor and helmets over the other stickmen. How good are Abari's art skills, though? Would he draw? How would I determine his artistic skills? I have never thought of that.
What role is perform? Is it charisma?
Yep.
Roll of charisma.
Sure.
I mean, it's an okay drawing.
Okay. It's not excellent.
No.
It's
enough for
it's good. Decent. It's decent. Just slightly above average.
So
Yeah. So I'm drawing someone giving money to a bunch of soldiers, but they don't have uniforms or a consistent style of armor. They're kind of ragtag. That's how I'm choosing to depict a mercenary army. If you have suggestions, do it in character, please.
Okay, Robert says, is he giving money to the guards?
No. These, as you can see, they don't have a uniform, and they don't have the same armor. They're mercenaries. They're going to do.
Is uniform the thing in this world, or are they not that advanced?
I assume that all guards have kind of a
uniform does not have to be that green camo that you see the army currently using, right?
Yeah, it's uniform. It means they have the same kind of dress.
I mean,
Yeah.
As in uniform.
You say that because all the guards are brothers.
No,
Maybe.
but going back to like session 3, 4, where you wanted to do like a decorative armor. So that is a thing. Remember? You wanted to make decorative armor out of the Hydra?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You wanted to show it off, so you wanted something decorative, and you wanted something regional as well. So
yeah, you're right.
Uniforms are a thing, yes.
Okay. Like
like 4 years ago or something.
But I mean, why would he do that? Why would he give money to mercenaries? That's a terrible ending.
No, it's an investment.
What?
Don't you know anything about investments?
Have you ever read a book?
You? Why? About what, exactly? I might have not read a book about what you're talking about.
I mean, no book ends like this. It's a terrible ending.
Yeah, no book has a protagonist that makes smart investments. That's why we've never seen one. They're all dumb as fuck. This one's smart.
Derkin, tell me you agree with me.
Derkin doesn't see what exactly is your problem with the drawing.
It's a terrible drawing with a terrible ending for a book.
Hey!
Derkin can claim to be a good drawer.
Do you have a better idea of an investment? What? You want me to invest in a whorehouse?
I mean, if those are the only two options, I mean, mercenary army it is.
See? It's a good investment. Now I can just order them and they'll do tasks for me and complete missions. I'll very quickly recoup the money.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
Who? Avaris?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, no one has made a good argument for why I wouldn't.
Is the text suddenly going to stop being in italics?
No, it's not. Don't worry.
If it was, it would be so funny.
Okay, so no one has convinced me that making the ending a part of it, at least using the money to raise a mercenary army that will do tasks for me and strike a profit, is a bad idea. Unless someone has a better idea of investment, I'm going to draw this. Everyone agrees?
I abstain.
I mean, I'm just starting my drawing, so you can be convinced.
I go to the next.
My hero will have. This ending has to have a smart investment.
Let's see.
I'm already at the next statue.
Don't you even wait to see if it works?
Sorry, what?
Don't you even wait to see if it works?
Didn't you already know it worked?
So now you're talking out of character, but
okay.
you're saying that you're leaving before getting confirmation. But
okay. Sorry.
Out of character, I was expecting it to still since GM just confirmed that it worked, but before moving.
Yeah. Well, I was just assuming he was just doing this drawing. And
drawing while we're talking, but the drawing takes time, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I can be convinced to change my drawing.
If it was just one mercenary, then it would be fast. But multiple mercenaries, no.
I'm drawing like 4 or 5.
Okay, so you stay there as Abarius finishes his mediocre drawing. He slides the puzzle in the order that you wanted it, which was... You remember which order you tried to put it?
What are you talking to?
To everyone.
I think everyone, but
No.
I don't have that written down. But I think it was.
Because the text
5,
might
4,
suddenly
3,
not be
1, 2.
italic.
I think it
Uh,
was 5, 4, 3, 1, 2.
3, 1, 2. 4, 3,
I
1,
actually
2.
don't
Yeah.
remember as
Yes.
well.
Yes, that was it. So you slide the puzzle into the order 5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Also, you might want to write that down. You
5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Right?
Why isn't the puzzle solved?
Yes, it is. But you know, you never know.
Okay,
Puzzle
guys.
order 5.
We might need to recap in the future, and it could be important, you know.
5, 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay.
And then, as you do this, you then place the piece that you just drew onto the last slot, and the statue stops whispering the piece of information that it was relaying over and over again.
Okay.
And you wanted to move on to the next statue?
Yep.
Yes.
There you go. Fixed it.
Nice.
What is
Next one.
the next one you want to move over to?
Let's go to the. While Abadi is finishing his terrible drawing of mercenaries, I go for the musician.
Okay.
What did the musician say?
The musician.
A harmonious melody unlocks the silent passage. What does he have with him?
It was a lute. Was it?
I don't know.
I think
It
it was a lute. But
It was a wind instrument. I forget exactly which one. It was either a lute, a flute, or something like that.
But it has a lute.
Sorry.
and,
Was it not a wind instrument?
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
Fuck. I really need my notes, but
What happened?
yeah, that's a good question. I might have accidentally closed it and like not saved it.
No.
Let me
That's what you
see.
get for turning off the alarm. Hey, you haven't saved this.
It's not in my list of happenings. Well, we'll make it on the spot. It's a flute, like those side flutes, you know.
Fast flute. I get it.
Transversal. Yes, I don't know what it's called in English.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the cis flute. Dear people at Twitch, this was a joke.
They don't care.
They
One's
don't-
watching. And if they are, they don't care about your apology.
Yeah, they're like me. Yeah. So it's a harmonious melody. What?
A
Unlock
harmonious.
sound passage.
Yes.
And it only has that flute, right?
It only has that flute.
And is it removable?
You want to try?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. You reach up for the statue and grab the flute. It seems to be... It seems to not be fixed in place, and with a little bit of care you can slide it between its hands. Its hands still in the same position, but the flute is loose, and it's quite a big flute for you.
Okay.
To the point where... Sorry, to the point where you can't fully reach the other end of the flute while you're... if you were to put it to your mouth. That's how long it is.
Damn, that's a very big. What was the position of the hand? Was it like in a note in particular, or not really?
They are... Well, the fingers would be covering most of the positions except for the last three. Why it was a little bit hard to dislodge, and you needed to be careful with that.
And I suppose I cannot do that by myself.
What, dislodge it? Yeah, you can. Like
No. Like play the note that would be, you know, all the top ones except last three.
No, you couldn't do it by yourself. Because each of your fingers can't cover a whole... The whole hole. You need at least 2 fingers to cover each hole.
Amazing.
Robert, not the jokes. Durkin, come over here.
What?
Help me play the flute.
Derkin is no good with musical instruments.
Baris, have you finished your drawing?
Have I finished my drawing?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, you finish drawing it, you place it, and it stops whispering the message.
Okay.
So you don't have your notes on any of this, or? Or
So-
some not, or did some not survive?
What, sorry?
If you are without any notes at all, or do some of these do you
I-
still have notes on?
I remember most of them. Do you want them about the alchemist?
Yeah, I want to check again. So that was the sequence of elements.
There was a sequence of elements. The sequence is... Let me
Fire,
read-
water,
Didn't we
air,
write?
earth.
Did you write it?
Yes.
I don't know. At least I thought I wrote in the map.
Not on the map.
And this is what I have written down from last time.
Fire, water, air, earth. Yes. But now that you're looking closer at it, there seems to be, on the other side of the statue, 4 more elements. And this would be the elements of salt, sulfur, mercury, and gold.
We'll have to discuss the sounds afterwards.
Which sounds?
The background audio.
Sorry, what? I'm confused.
Same.
So you have music playing, right?
Yes.
Jukebox.
Mhm.
For some reason, to me, it sounds like someone is getting their cheeks clapped.
What? You mean the clock?
Yeah,
Why does
Wait,
that...
sorry.
I don't know.
That's-
That's what it sounds to me.
God.
Wait. I need to listen to this properly. Just
You have to wait a bit. It comes and goes, the sound.
Haha.
There's a clock, yeah, and there's a tick. And then there's a bassier sound in the background.
I don't hear it.
When it comes back, I'll tell you. Or I can record it and show it to you afterwards.
Have it.
My volume it had no volume. Now it's at max, and I think you have a problem, man.
I'll record it.
You do.
And
Anyway.
besides there being the symbols,
Let's continue. Okay, I'm next
symbols for
to
these elements.
Flaubert.
or-
Hold on. One at a time. Derrican.
Okay, sorry.
There's symbols for the elements, but are there any items nearby? Or
If I recall, he was holding 2 vials, as if transferring liquids from one to the other.
Mhm.
But other than that, there doesn't seem to be any elements. Any movable pieces on the statue that would indicate this.
And the vials contain. Are they actual vials or are they part of the statue?
They're just part of the statue. And
Okay.
even trying to reach up, like climbing onto the statue and poking them, they don't seem to move. Unlike the other ones.
And there is no other. Wait, but are they solid like the statue, or are they open so the stuff can fit? You can put stuff in there.
You can put stuff in there, yes.
I assume that's part of it.
You just need to find the element. As you think about that, on the other side, what did you want to do with this flute?
I wanted to try to play the note the fingers were on, to see if anything happened.
And I assume you need my help.
Yeah, that was the whole goal.
Yes, the flute has 11 holes.
And we have 20 fingers, or 40 if we use our feet.
Yes, but they are too far apart where even if you could,
I mean,
you wouldn't
you
reach.
sure?
You can only do 4, well, 5.
Even if you, I think that someone could use their feet if they tried hard enough and were tall enough.
And blow on the other end at the same time, it would be a stretch. Literally.
Exactly.
But after Avarish talking about the ass cheeks, this whole blowing thing is like, I'm at my limit currently. I'm sorry.
Only now.
Sorry, I derail this shit every time.
What is happening this week? My raids yesterday were also full of innuendos. I don't know what's going on.
No, I went to the simple game.
I don't know how
And
it
I brought
started.
the horny.
I don't know
They
how
brought
it
the
started yesterday either. Oh, because someone said, I start from the top, you start from the bottom. Or I'll do the top, you'll do the bottom, something like that.
But that's way too easy.
Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, let's
Sorry.
continue.
Oh,
Let's continue blowing flutes.
This is the innuendo week. Let's go.
And it's a big one. Both of us can't play it together. What the fuck, bro?
Right.
It's too...
What I meant was you two can maybe manage, but just one person would not be enough to...
It's too big for us. I get it.
It's too big for you, yes. To also blow on the other end at the same time.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just gonna embrace the innuendos. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Okay. So wait, maybe we sing a little song or something. I don't know. There was nothing else on the statue, right?
There was not. Do you want to play the note?
Okay. Well, let me rephrase. Is this another temple situation where, oh no, you should have walked to the left? No, right?
I'm waiting for you to do something. You said, Abaris, come and help me. And then...
Yes.
Yeah, I want to try to pull them up.
I'm sorry, but let's do this in character, please.
Yeah. No,
we spend...
Yeah, but the thing was we were discussing with GM.
In character. We have a plan.
I cannot discuss with GM in character, but yeah. Abarish, use your hand to cover those holes.
I'm good at that. Okay. Which ones?
All of them except the bottom 3, and
okay.
I blow. Is there anything I could make that would help me fill the holes? Sorry.
What do you mean? With your gray matter thing?
Yeah.
You could probably make a plug, yes. Like a drain plug kind of thing. Would that be a weapon? I don't know. Does it have to be a weapon?
Did someone leave one with Abaris from last time?
Oh boy, not that kind of plug. I can't avoid it. No, not that kind of plug. Like a drain plug. You know,
Yeah,
those you put
Sure.
when you want to turn on the water and not have it
Yeah.
drain.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. I make one of those for the hole. I plug the hole.
Embrace it. Let it go. Let's fucking go.
What have Amaris brought?
I can't. Right.
I've awakened the demons of 40.
Let's get this back on track. You can
Let's-
use your matter to try to fill one of the holes.
Yep, I fill one of the holes with the plug.
And then you only need to fill in the other 7 between the both of you.
Was it 11 holes total, or was I?
Mm-hmm. And you need to not have the last 3, right?
Yeah, so 8. Yeah, you're right. Math.
Yeah. 8 minus 1
Yeah,
is 7. Quick maths.
So 14. Amaris had a funny idea with his feet, right?
Yeah.
Are
That
you
was a
going to
joke,
use your
purely.
feet? Okay.
No.
So Amaris, okay, maybe I think maybe we need Durkin for this.
No, you can both of you do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Wait,
It's not
this was
that
in
big.
character.
No, go ahead.
I was like,
Yes. And I'm saying in character, we can do it.
Okay. Okay. So let's try it. No, blow on the hole.
Aren't you closer to the hole? Like I'm at the bottom, right? And you're closer to the.
I'm the top. Okay.
Yeah. You're the top. I'm the bottom. Let's go. You can blow it.
I blow.
There's no stopping it.
Both
Yeah,
of you roll dexterity.
I'm sorry. Boom. Not
Nice.
me. Like the first roll over a 10 we've had in like 2 sessions.
Baris, roll dexterity.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Dexterity. Oof.
Right. So, Robert, as you're blowing on the hole, you all hear a weird screech sound as Baris is struggling to cover the holes completely. So the flute is out of tune. But eventually he does manage to fill it completely. And what you see is the musician's hands, his fingers move a bit. Looking once again, most of the holes are filled except for 2.
Can we fill 9 holes?
Can you fill 9? Abaris, re-roll your dexterity.
Will do.
Yeah, and Durkin, you wanted to say something?
I've had some pretty poor rolls, actually.
You said that when they did that, the statue moved?
The fingers for the statue moved, yes.
Yeah. Guys, have you tried just blowing on the flute without dislodging it? And let the statue play?
Durkin, it's a musician and clearly... Oh wait, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe...
As you're saying this, Abaris was covering some of the holes, and he had some idea of using his feet for one of them, and that's enough to cover the remaining one.
Okay, but do I like take off my shoes or
No, you don't.
It is too much detail.
Okay, I can just use the sole of my shoes.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Durkin, we we are already here, so I blow again.
Okay.
That's fair.
As you do this once again, the note plays, and the statue opens his hands almost completely. He's only covering one note.
One hole.
Yes, one hole. As are you
This
going
one
to
is easy.
repeat?
Yeah, I'm gonna blow again.
You cover this one hole, you blow, and Abarius, since you're closer to the statue, you can hear a harmonious melody unlocks the silence as the statue
And it goes-
stops and goes silent.
Okay.
And the statue's
good.
fingers move once again to the original position.
Nice.
You do have a
Nice.
giant flute on the floor in the meantime.
I mean, I see this as an absolute win, but
Yeah.
I agree.
What's next?
Let's move on.
Got three of the
that-
statues down.
Durkin,
That-
what were you trying to do?
Yeah.
Dakin was looking again at the alchemist statue. There were more symbols on the back of it. So beyond the original classical elements on the front, on the back, we also have some substances: salt, sulfur, mercury, and gold.
Wasn't there a sequence?
Yeah. These symbols, both the elements and the substances,
Are in
they
order.
are in the they are in order, and they're also part of the statue itself, right?
Mhm.
Like in the clothing of the statue.
It was in the clothing, yes. Look, he's wearing a robe, and on the bottom
Yeah.
of the robe you can see this.
Sequence.
Yes,
On the front, the elements. On the back,
the substances. Yes.
But no actual. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. No actual items, objects. Also have just what seems like.
Not on the
Sequence.
statue itself. However, you did notice that the vials were open. You could probably fit some things in there.
Okay, it's at around 45 to 50 seconds in to this in the sound of library, antiquarian study.
You're talking about
The clapping.
Yes.
Pick a sample. I'm not
45
going to search for
seconds? Hold on. 45 seconds?
Around. Yeah.
it. Are you putting to everyone or just putting to yourself?
It's for everyone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It is.
It is not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's like someone's playing paddle or
there's
something.
another background sound. Not the clock on the foreground. There's a sound on the background.
Yeah, on the left side.
Yeah, on the left
Yeah.
side.
Yes.
Someone's playing paddle, okay?
Surely.
We're playing with a paddle.
Yeah.
Or steaming hams.
Yes.
Do you want me to talk to my girlfriend so you can get you a girlfriend? Because I
Sure.
feel like you might need it. I'm sorry.
Abarius needs it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Paris needs it.
Okay.
Right. Getting back on track.
So the message that statue whispers
So similarly,
supposes that. Go ahead.
similarly to how the alchemist did not have anything on itself, the cartographer also did not have anything
Exactly.
on itself. Just want to point that out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been saying we
that
should roll for
supposes that,
perceptions.
From that we need to put stuff in order into the vial of the statue, but Zerkin has not seen yet any of these things lying around. is it possible that no, but so far all of the statues have been independent of each other. So it at first seems unlikely that we would need to do the challenge of one to be able to do the challenge of another. Has anyone seen anything else on the floor or around the statue?
Roll
There
perception.
saw nothing.
You can roll a perception, yes.
Definitely
Um,
balanced skill.
One of you can roll and everyone else helping. As you're looking around the room, as you're now pointing this out, Robert, you remember that you saw these lines on the floor? You found them?
Mm-hmm.
You did remember that they went all the way in onto the wall? Do you remember if they went up the wall or not?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. So, you can, well, from a distance, looking at them, seems like close to where the line hits the wall, there seems to be something there.
Hmm.
Want to take a closer look?
Yep, let's go.
Take a side. So,
Where are you going?
to the left.
Yeah, just he receives
So-
information within.
Mm-hmm. He... well, you tell me what you do.
I'm checking for the walls. I like you
No,
said
no,
it
no.
goes up. I'm like,
You tell me. You remember the lines, and well, you remember that you traced the lines, but you don't remember where it led to or where it came from.
Mhm.
And you decided to move closer to one of them. What are you looking for? You didn't say
something
anything to
related-
anyone.
Yeah, I'm looking for something related to the alchemist because Derkin was talking that it needed something, some reagent.
Hmm?
I remembered we did not check the lines. I'm like checking. Okay, is there anything up the wall related to this, or no? But that's my point.
You can see
That's why I thought.
some. You can see well close to the floor in the corner. You can see some symbols, but you're not really sure what they mean.
Huh.
Haven't come
Guys,
across
there's-
any of these symbols in any of the literature that you've had to endure as a child.
Guys, there's some symbols here.
Whoop. I moved close to you.
Durkin,
Mm-hmm.
give me a craft alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Not just perception.
That was a 2. I would like to say.
That was the two. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're very proud.
Durkin, these symbols seem familiar, but it's been many, many years since you've seen something like this. Remind me, where did you study alchemy? When?
Wait, when?
When did you first start studying alchemy?
Just a second.
If you're looking for your backstory, I don't remember if it's in your backstory.
I'm looking at my notes, yeah. So, but it starts already that the Durkin's parents are chemists. So if it's some notation from that,
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
You opened for
was it you
everybody.
that
Yes.
opened my character sheet?
Yeah, I opened for everyone instead of looking to see if you had any of your notes here, but you don't.
No. So, son of chemists. So he has contact with the
Son of
the
chemists.
stuff with the stuff from early age, but also actual training in alchemy was when he was in the Elven Kingdom. young
Okay,
adult.
so this
is what I have.
this predates your Elven Kingdom studies.
So it's a
You remember some of these symbols growing up when you were a kid? Like your parents would have these lying around the house. You never knew at the time what they actually meant.
so ancient notation. Oh well, old antique notation.
Antique notation, yes. Like outdated notations.
Outdated.
Yes. Remember, this was... How old are you again?
69.
Nice.
For real. Wait, for real, you put this 9 at your age.
Hey, you're playing a race with weird lifespans. You get
have fun.
So, keep in mind this is, let's say, 66 years ago that you've seen these symbols.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a good memory.
You get very nostalgic feelings while looking at these, but you don't really know what they mean.
Okay. So I just know that I've seen them before, but I don't have any association with them.
You don't.
Meaning, I mean.
You can imagine from context that these would be ancient notations or maybe even regional notations.
Mm.
Actually, give me a knowledge local. I think you have it, right?
I believe so.
You don't need to have it because it's local to you, so roll it.
Mm.
If it is the case that this would be local to you.
Mhm.
I mean, it's possible that this is either old or local notation. You can't really tell which one of these would be. But what you can tell is that there are 4 symbols here.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I'm now expecting 4 more at the other line.
Whatever gave you that idea?
I don't know. Well, we found 2 lines so far. Okay. Derkin faintly remembers seeing these symbols before, but their meaning eludes him.
Eludes him or
Is
eludes
either-
Durkin?
It's
Well,
on the third
both of
person.
them are in the third person, so
I thought you never said him, you always said your own name. Never mind, go on.
you might be correct. So you might have a point. Let's try to fix also that in the future. Anyway, let's check the other line.
You walk over to the other line, reminiscing about your past and thinking what these symbols might actually be. Trying to remember where you saw them, in what context. Sorry. You have knowledge history, right?
Let's hope so. Because I have a bunch of knowledges, yeah.
I know you had
Yeah,
a bunch
like
of them.
Yes, I do have knowledge history.
Okay. You see some symbols here. Roll me a knowledge history. Also 4 symbols. As one would expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
The symbols you see here, they are not necessarily... Hold on, give me a second. Remember what I had here. These symbols are... You have symbols of 4, I want to say historical figures.
Hmm.
I'm trying to see how I can best describe this.
Phrase it.
I didn't. Yes, I didn't have the description down, but I had what I wanted out of this. So one of the symbols. I give you the wrong knowledge. It should have been religion. Do you have religion? Tell me you have religion.
I think not, but let's look at the list. No, not right now.
Religion would have been easier.
I don't have a religion right now.
Okay, I got this. So, one of them is a not very well known historical figure. It depicts a king. One of the old kings from the Earth, human kingdom. Kind of close to when the downfall of the human kingdom, where this king was known for having many lovers. Excessively so. To the detriment of the kingdom itself. The other one... it also depicts one of, well, this king's father, which was pretty much the complete opposite. He was known for being down to earth and stable, and someone they could always rely on. The other one is his father's father, which was someone very important in the arts field. Not only arts, but science. He was a very big proponent in pushing science and arts forward. And you have... his father's father's father. So this is a whole lineage of kings, as you can tell. And this one was known for someone who was very adaptable and would fit the needs of the kingdom at the time. So you have the youngest who had many wives, or well, not many wives, but many lovers, to the detriment of the kingdom itself. You had one who was very stable, very that you could rely on.
Competent.
Yes, just reliable. You know, stable,
Okay,
reliable.
stable. Yeah.
You had one that pushed forward the arts and the sciences, and then you had the one that was adaptable to change.
And all this information was where exactly?
It is for depictions or symbols that represent each one of these kings.
Okay. God damn. That's a lot of data.
That's the power of a family crest.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the youngest is the... Well, I'm going to just write womanizer, I mean. The second was the stable.
Second was the stable, yes.
The third one
Was the one... No, the third one was the one that pushed forward the arts and the sciences.
The fourth one is the...
Adaptable, yes. Change his view very, very often, depending on what the kingdom needed. Yes. As you're looking at this, you're still trying to remember what the other symbols then... It's very stuck in your brain, like you would feel like you would know, like you should remember, but you were too young. It's been too long.
Hmm. And these are just symbols drawn on the floor, or are they
And they're drawn on the wall.
on the wall?
They're very faint, similar to the lines themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It would be hard to tell this from a distance, or you weren't looking specifically for it. Want to do anything in particular, or the other two, you're both staring at the wall?
Yep.
I'm like I don't really know what we're
I love
doing
that.
here for this one, so I'm just letting him take control of this.
But in the meantime, are you just going to follow him, or just...
Oh, I mean, Darkin, I don't think I can help with this one. Maybe I go for another fiddle while you take care of this one.
Zerkin isn't sure if this is still related to this statue or if is a follow-up.
Sorry.
I'm going to check the cartographer.
Because the whisper is to follow the lines. Well, we followed both lines and they lead to these symbols.
Follow the lines that converge upon the center.
And that's what the cartographer said, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else on the cartographer?
On itself, there's nothing that moves or that you can pick apart like you could for the other three statues.
Is there anything on the wall that suggests that the symbols can be detached or something? It's just literally drawn.
Want to try to touch them, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, sure. I'll try to-
It's not a trick question. I'm just trying to figure out how you're...
Yeah. Let's go. Let's examine the wall where the symbols are.
Examine the wall where the symbols are.
Yeah. Let me see with my hands.
I see you're Spanish.
See?
So, as you're... well, trying to see if there's... you tell me, what are you doing?
I wish I knew.
Shame you, yeah.
Trying to examine the wall where they are drawn, if they
How?
are literally just... I'm going to cop a feel of the wall.
Like, just touch where the symbols are?
Or around first, but yeah, sure. Let's move from going around. You can just go straight for it, right? So
you can you touch around, but as you get closer to them, it almost feels like the wall is warm. Like just in this spot, but everything else is cold.
So the rest of the wall seems fine, but seems to be a hot spot where the symbols are.
Yes. Are you going to share this information, or that's the only thing that you can notice?
Yeah, I'm going to picture the scene with just suddenly you see a sprinting gnome going for the other line to see if that bit of wall also behaves the same way.
No.
Touching the wall itself. As you're touching the wall, around the wall, around the symbols, there doesn't seem to be anything, but the symbols themselves, it's almost like when you touch them, it feels like something's moving or giving way, if you will. Almost as if
So it's not just solid. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like as if the wall gives in a little, just a little bit whenever you touch. Very faint, but
and just on the symbols.
Just on the symbols, and when you move your hands away, it seems to pop back into place. So You can feel the wall being like a little bit squishy whenever you touch this place.
Oh. But it also has the same thing with being warm.
It's not warm. It's
Oh,
cold.
This one is not. This one is cold.
Mhm.
But did that squishiness also exist in the
Nope.
other side?
Nope. It's like this one is squishy and the other one was warm.
Huh.
You can't have both in the same place, or else people would think of innuendos.
How dare you say that about us?
I know you guys.
Just because we were going to do them does not mean you get to take it away from us.
Are these two lines the only two lines? Sorry, are these two lines the only lines on the room?
When you noticed these two, you did look around for more, and you didn't find anything. So yes.
Weird. So
Abaris and Robert, are
And
you
We're just watching a tiny person running around.
out of character? I mean, I'm not taking. I decided I'm not going to do the alchemist because, yeah, that can seem to be over it.
in the meantime, you could look for the other ones.
Yeah, cartographer. He had nothing on him, right?
Nope.
But I tried to see where the lines would meet, which be around here somewhere. Here.
Do we have a line for the musician?
Sorry, what?
So the lines are supposed to start when we solve the puzzle, right?
What?
What lines? No.
what?
No? Okay.
These lines were drawn on the floor itself, very faintly.
Okay.
Like the, you know where bricks meet and they have an intersection? It's like that, but very faint across the floor.
Bro, what is with this
More or less.
pencil?
So you wanna draw the lines?
What?
Where they...
Yeah, I go there and try to check them. Yeah.
give me a perception.
Of course, I'll give you a perception. Why wouldn't I give you a perception? Boom.
Yeah, the line tool is very weird.
Yeah, kind of.
You have to hold Alt probably, so you don't clip to the center.
That's not even it. It's just that I just wanted it to work like the ruler, but that it would leave behind.
No, it's a click and click.
Yeah, it's a polygon thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware. Yeah, okay, I can help you. Hold on. There you go. Draw the other one. Actually, we should have started from here and do it like this. There you go. So, Robert, tell me what you're looking for. What you're inspecting.
Like where the lines meet, it should be like I'm trying to see. Maybe I go here, and I start walking on this direction. Then I go here. I start walking on this direction and try to see where they would meet, and maybe lines that converge upon the center, and like jump or say I'm in the center, something like that.
You want to jump.
Yeah, jump.
Where this place would be. Okay. Robert, you jump where you consider the center to be.
Correct place, yeah.
Yes. Like the floor gives way to you, like you pressed a button, and when you step away from it, this button, let's say, or this brick that you stepped on, pops out, and where beneath where this brick would be, you can see a, I want to say a medium-sized hammer, a little bit larger than you would use yourself.
Okay. And the cartographer's still the same?
You want to move closer to it, or?
No, but okay. I grab the hammer
Hmm?
first.
Yes.
Then I go to the cartographer to see if it's still whispering or if it's done.
You can trying to listen as you weren't close when this happened. You can no longer hear the cartographer say anything.
Nice. So I have an hammer. The blacksmith did not have a hammer, right?
What did I describe the blacksmith having? I think he had tongs and he was doing something. Or he might have been hammering on a anvil. I forget exactly.
I think he did not have an hammer.
I think there was an anvil. Yes, like there was a
anvil,
place to
100%.
strike.
But okay, let me rephrase. He is using his tongs to quench something.
Mhm.
Like quench metal.
Mhm.
He doesn't have a hammer, no. But
Okay.
both his hands are busy,
Okay.
if that's
I
what you're looking
strike-
for.
No, I wanted to strike whatever he was doing with the hammer.
You do this, there's a loud clang of rock hitting rock, or rock hitting metal. But other than that, nothing happens.
Any of you guys know something with fire? I ask.
Fire?
Fire.
Fire?
Fire.
He just ordered the firewall.
Too bad Jakim is not here.
Jakim would have loved this place.
Oh yeah, Jakim, this would be heaven.
Nope.
Like your
I brought
characters
flint.
don't survive to the part that was kind of partially made for them.
Thing was, it would not be in the party by now.
You don't know
It
that.
would be an NPC. Maybe no. Yeah, if we did things differently, maybe. But as we did them, it would be not be here by now.
Okay.
Why not?
I've got a flint. We can make a fire, but I can't do fireballs.
Yeah, maybe a flint is good enough.
Okay, let's go. I can get my flint.
And try
And
to put fire to the thing.
what thing?
Isn't he holding something with tongs?
He's like
Yes.
quenching.
The statue.
Yes, he's doing the act of quenching something into a receptacle. So
Bucket.
like a bucket. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying is like put the flint to warm up whatever he was like holding, and then I go in, bam, hit. It's my plan. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think my plan.
The message says, "Well, it is hot," so I would expect that whatever is struck needs to be hot.
In the meantime, there can. What are you doing? You saw that this
Good question. Yeah.
wall was slightly squishy, but
Yeah, how much did it squish?
I would say like half a centimeter.
It is,
So very faintly.
but it's still everything seems to be part of the wall, so it's not like a separate section or.
No, it just seems to be part of the wall. But this place where there's the symbols, they are slightly imprintable or squishable. Actually, Derek, as you're trying to figure out how far they go in, it feels like the wall is warming up. Is it because you're holding your hands there, or is the wall actually getting warm?
Well, if I remove my hand, does the rest of the wall feel warm, or is just the section with the squishiness?
Just a section with the squishiness.
And does it retain whatever level of heat it had if I remove and wait?
Yeah, actually, when you touch it again, it's like it's warmer than it was before.
Oh. Uh-oh. Does it keep... How hot are we talking about?
It gets not to the point where it would burn, but it gets pretty hot.
Yeah, okay. The wall itself seems to be made of stone as well, right?
Yes. Same material.
And the same goes for the other place that was already warm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Derkin steps back, and let's go. I want to check if the temperature has changed on the first one.
Yes. The wall itself is cold, as you would expect the wall to be.
Mm-hmm. But the place with the symbols is like
It's
before.
it's also
Warm?
cold.
Oh, it got cold now.
Hmm?
The line itself seems to be made of something, or it's just a drawing. So is it like a line of something? Or...
It's not a line of something. It would be the same lines that are between two bricks.
Okay.
It's like the
faults.
yes, like a fault. Yes. Very faint. It's not like the brick itself is broken, but it's like if it were slightly cracked, if you will.
Very weird. Guys, the wall here where the symbols were was warm. Now it's cold.
Sorry?
So here where the symbols are, earlier
Yeah.
when I was here, when Derkin was here, the place with the symbols was warm. I went to check that corner, and there's some give to the wall, and the wall started becoming hot as well, like very hot. And
Mind if I push it?
And now this one has become cold.
Oh. Can I push the hot wall?
I don't know how hot it's getting. It was getting very hot.
Can I check it? Let's go check it.
Coming from a bar is, can I push the hot wall sounds completely different.
Hey, now I'm not the one. Okay?
Well, but Abaris has created a reputation.
Yep.
True. It's true. It's true. I'm in my bed. I'm lying in it.
All the time, yes.
Before that, you were about to strike something with your flint. What were you about to do with your flint?
We were going to light a fire, right?
Yeah, a small flyer to the
Where?
thing so I can strike it. Like it's trying to quelch the flame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quench.
It's a statue. We try to put fire in this area, like on the bucket or whatever.
Like inside the bucket?
Yeah, I mean it's a statue. Is there water in the bucket? Or
There's not. There's solid stone that would be representing water, but other than that, no.
yeah, then fire and I bang it. But not like Abaris would bang, like I would bang.
Avaris, are you still going through with the plan, or are you going to the wall first? What are you doing first? Avaris?
I'm striking the flint. I'm striking the flint first, then I'll go check the wall.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Survival. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
You did not survive.
Let's go.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
I get hurt, probably.
No, you struggle a bit to get the fire rolling, but... do you have something flammable? What do you have that is flammable that you would use to... for this fire?
Great question, Abarish. What do you have that's flammable that you would use for this fire?
What are you burning?
What am I burning? Let me just check something real quick. Let me look at my... I have paper, like blank sheets of paper.
Okay. Sounds good. You
So yeah, I can...
set fire to this paper with a little bit of a struggle to get the fire rolling.
I also have... I also can use my soap, assuming it's made from fat. But yeah, paper is good.
Yeah, you burn the paper, you place the paper inside the bucket, and then you join Durkin at the wall.
Yep.
What do you do?
I take out my crowbar
Okay.
and I strike the wall. Not strike, push the wall gently.
With the crowbar? Like, try to fit the crowbar in the wall?
Yeah, just see if the wall gives.
The wall does not give. No.
Is it soft?
Are you touching it?
No, but I'm using a crowbar to try and push it. Do I sense any
Yeah.
resistance from it?
It's a wall. It's solid.
Okay. I approach my hand to the wall. Is it hot?
It's not hot, but it is warm. Did the way you press the crowbar, like, did it create some friction, create heat? It doesn't feel like it, but...
No. Very unlikely. I'm not that strong. I'm very weak, actually.
It feels like it's warming up.
Okay. If I, like, bump the wall, it doesn't give either, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So, Darkin, you said this wall is hot and the other one is cold,
no,
right?
this one was cold. This one was cold right now. It used to be hot. Then when I came back here, it was cold. Are you telling Derkin that it's warm now?
Yes, it's getting warm.
Derkin darts to the other wall.
In the meantime, Robert, what are you doing?
They're saying the wall is hot, right?
Yes.
Semi-Evo, I strike it with a hammer.
Wait, are you going to strike what with the hammer?
The wall.
What about the thing that Abaris just set on fire to help you?
Oh, okay. I assumed it did not work. Yeah.
Focus.
Okay, I tried to hit that. Yes, of course.
You once again hear the loud clang of metal hitting rock, but nothing seems to happen.
I see it's rigged.
But you did
This is
hear
what
them
first time it's
talking about something being warm, and you hear the statue right in front of you saying, "Strike the iron.
Exactly how I know it.
While it is hot, the form will heal." Yes, over and over.
I go, Avarish, what was hot?
The wall!
And I go with the hammer to... I charge the wall. Wait, I'll hold. Don't worry.
You don't
Does
need
this one become cold again?
you don't need to roll anything, but you can roll if you want to.
Two-handed improvised.
The wall bar is cold.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not Avarish.
Durkin, sorry. The wall is cold.
This one is cold now. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
So, Abaris, the wall you were touching, it was clearly heating up. Robert comes from the blacksmith, hearing that something is hot and it needs to be struck. Comes charging at the wall with using both his hands on the hammer and swings at the wall.
Yep. Full strength.
Full strength, yes. This section of the wall shatters into a million pieces as parts of the wall fly across the room. Bits and pieces falling on the ground, and you can hear them clatter and echo around the room. And inside this place, there seems to be 4 vials.
Nice.
Not vials, test tubes.
Oh.
That's what I
I
meant.
mean, they're kind of the same in medieval times.
Derrican,
One is connected, the other is not.
Derrican, you can remember where the symbols were, and you can see each one of the vials would be where one of the symbols was.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
And Derrican, as
I'm
you
not sure
run,
exactly which, but
as you run back, you can still hear the alchemist whispering his lines, but it seems as if the blacksmith is no longer whispering any lines.
wait, but there's still another line, and it huh.
Robert is like, damn, I'm that strong.
Draken would suggest to try to do the same to the other line on the other symbols. Wait until it becomes hot, and well, repeat this, and then there might be another set of 4.
Robert goes there.
All right. As you're doing this, Derrican, you have 4 test tubes, 1 for each one of the symbols, and you still remember where they were positioned.
Okay, then thanks.
Yeah.
So I can just refer to them by the number, and
You can
don't need to
just
keep track manually.
yes, you can just refer to them by the number. Meanwhile,
So-
Robert is holding his hand against the wall, waiting for it to become hot.
We have to get hammered.
And only 4 things, and it's like just a small hidden compartment. There's nothing else inside.
There's nothing else inside. Although now there's bits and pieces of the wall shattered and scattered throughout the room.
I'm thinking that the descriptions of the kings are like a metaphor for the materials. And my current guess would be I have guesses for 2 of them at least.
Give it to me.
That's what she said. For fuck's sake, bro. You were so good.
What? I gave squish and warmth to the same place and no one made the innuendo.
I mean, yeah, we can't do every innuendo. We're not easy bitches. I mean,
Unlike your mom.
sometimes it work.
Wait. I'm trying to think of how the others could be fit into this framework, so to speak.
As you think about that, let me go to the bathroom and I'll be right back.
All right.
If we were in real life, we would go to the other side of the table to check the notes of the GM.
The GM would have taken the notebook with him.
Yeah, true. True that.
Now I'm thinking whether or not it's ever going to get hot on the other line, and if he'll be able to do that. The statue having gone silent of the blacksmith, I mean, makes me slightly concerned. Because you struck 1 and then it's shut up. So, and contrary to what I was saying earlier, there is a dependence on the puzzles of each statue. So here you have the cartographer having lines pointing to what eventually became the task for the blacksmith, which contains the ingredients to use on the alchemist. So while the left ones were all independent, the right ones are the sequence. And you still have to do the top two ones.
I mean, we can just go around the room, rubbing the walls to see if they're hot. Then we can
no,
try.
for well, if the corner wall also gives, then we should have the other four things. Although since it's the classical elements, might be a bit more esoteric instead of just being a vial with substances. Actually, instead of just trying to guess this correspondence, I can look into the vial and see if they do have these things in true way.
The body just goes around the room, rubbing the wall.
Give me a moment, I'll get some more water. Be right back.
No biggie.
Where is the discussion at? Hello?
Hello?
That can throw water.
Oh, okay. So where did we leave this discussion at?
I was waiting for it to become hot here, and to hit it, and Derkin thought maybe that's not going to happen.
That was it.
Yeah, basically.
And I also commented that Derkin had said earlier that the statues seem to be independent, and that was the case for the left ones. But actually, for all of these on the right side, there are a sequence of tasks. We follow the lines from the cartographer that led to the task for the blacksmith, which reveals items to use on the alchemist, presumably.
Yep.
Also, the vials themselves, okay, I know them by the positions to the symbols. The vials themselves, so that they're see-through, I can inspect them visually at least, or what?
You can, yes. Do you want to give me a... What would you do to identify something alchemical? Craft alchemy, or...?
Craft alchemy, usually.
I think it's craft alchemy, yes.
Yeah. Give me a craft alchemy.
Let's go.
So, what you can tell from this is not something alchemical. As in, this is not a compound that you would synthesize or use regularly. It's safe to say that this is something related specifically to this puzzle and not something to be used in the wild. As in, it seems to be very specific, kind of like something you would produce for a classroom and not necessarily produce in the real world, just for learning. Something to that effect.
Like in an MMO, the quest item that's just like the real item, but is actually a different item, just so that players can find a way to extract them from the quest instance. Looking at you.
Something like that, yes. I don't want you to have the full element of whatever the thing is in your hands. No, I'm kidding. Morvin, this doesn't seem to be something real, if you would put it that like that.
Mm-hmm. But can I? Okay, this is not actual stuff, X, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it is meant to be a substitute or to represent X.
But you can't really tell which it would represent.
Ah, okay.
Or rather, you can, but I'm going to leave it for you to interpret.
But only because of the puzzle, not because of the substance itself. From what I can examine from looking at it.
Let me put it this way. I'm going to give you, the player, a chance to give me a solution, and then I can give you your character's input.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As in, your character might be able to add something to it, and I can guide you with your character's input, but I want to give you a chance.
Yeah. So, well, let's. You see what I'm going with it. At least the kind of thing that I'm thinking is that there's a
stable gold and adaptable mercury.
And I'm trying to think how the others could be related, but
as you're thinking about this, Robert, the wall starts to get warm.
Ah, good.
Bada beam. Bada boom. Did it not roll?
It didn't.
What? I click on the attack.
Okay.
Robert.
The hell?
Okay,
Okay,
it's
not
like
two things.
Give
no,
it us.
But it was the same.
Both the same attack roll, but different damages.
Incredible.
I'm going to give you a chance to roleplay your character in the sense that it was starting to get warm. It wasn't hot yet.
Okay. But the thing is, Robert saw that he was very strong before. So now he feels like he has to show again that he's very strong. So the second it gets hot, he's very impatient and it goes for the hit.
You strike the wall hard, to the point where, like I said before, this part of the wall was a little bit squishy, and it gets a little bit dented.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear the strike of the hammer against the wall echo throughout the room and reverberating multiple times until it stops. But the wall stays intact. Robert, you can feel the reverb coming up your arms, as this was a pretty hard strike. But the wall did not give way.
Okay.
When the other wall was hot, it seemed to be a little bit harder than this one was.
Okay, maybe I should wait a bit more. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Robert is sad, and he sits a bit while he's waiting.
Because strike while the iron is hot, not while it's getting warm.
Yeah.
You wait once again a bit more, and now it seems to be really hot, and you strike again. You're ready once again to do it. You want to prove yourself.
Exactly. Okay. I mean, I'm not going. It's the second attack. Second roll was the new one.
Second one, okay, sure, that works for me.
I rolled twice. I mean, yeah.
As with the wall on this side, you strike the wall. You were hurt that the first time it didn't work, so you wanted to hit it harder.
Yeah.
And once again, the wall shatters, and there's bits and pieces flying across across the room, hitting the statues, hitting the walls. There can a piece of wall also like stops near your feet. This massive explosion.
quite violent, actually. Yeah.
Quite violent, yes. And it gives way to, once again, a compartment. And this time, instead of having vials, there seems to be 4 different rocks. Does anyone have knowledge geology? Or
I'm pretty sure I don't.
wait, actually, is geology a knowledge? I forget.
There's dungeoneering. There's geography also.
I'll do dungeoneering.
I have both.
Maybe I have engineering. Let's see.
Dungeoneering would work. What I need. But there can
I
you
do
were
have engineering.
you were thinking about what these vials might
yeah.
mean,
I'm not there yet. Yeah.
and there's a bit of wall that
I was going to ask if the wall seemed the bit of wall. Is it just legitimately a bit of wall, or is there something to it?
which one?
The bit of wall that landed near me.
It's just a bit of wall, similar to the one that scattered when you broke the one on this side.
Mhm.
There's just bits and pieces of this corner scattered throughout the room. Robert, each one of these stones, these 4 stones, is placed in where the symbols for each one of them would be. Which you still don't really know what these symbols meant. But there can, I assume you would take note of where each one of them would be.
Yeah. I was going to go move over there.
Each one of them is different. You can tell them apart from one, not only by the texture, but the color itself as well. Although all of them seem to be a different shade of brown. These are anything unlike you've seen in the outside world.
So, but they're all different
They're all
kinds of rock.
they're all different rocks. Yes. Similarly to the vials, as in nothing you've seen outside, but it seems to fit the purpose of what this puzzle would lead you towards.
Yeah.
Durrican, do you have dungeoneering?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Give me your dungeoneering. Along with Robert's.
My engineering is there already.
Yeah, I know.
With another engineering or?
No, it's fine. Actually, Robert, I told you that you haven't seen anything like this before.
Mm-hmm. But I have.
No. Given this knowledge, what would Robert do? As in, you haven't seen anything like this before.
I would check the book and see. I would like. First, I would like recheck the book. Like maybe I didn't do my homework. And then maybe I would just take notes.
Yeah.
And then see if there was like anything similar to it.
So you grab your book, looking through the pages, finding something about this.
Mm-hmm.
Durrican, you also remember that this is something related to your childhood location. You're not really sure if it's old or if it's just local. Robert, there's how do I put this? As you're looking through the geology section, it mentions a passage or an annex to a book that you currently don't have with you. But it's specifically talking about old representations of symbols.
Huh.
As in,
okay.
these symbols used to have a different interpretation, and you can see them on Annex Z.
And wait, yeah, but it says there exactly like which book it is.
It says which book it is, yes.
Okay.
But you don't have it
And
with
you're in
you.
the library.
Yeah, but there's a library outside, I guess.
There's a library
Literally.
outside, yes.
Yeah, that was my point. Yeah, there's a library outside, so okay, time to go to the library, I guess.
Meanwhile, Avaris, what are you doing? Avaris? Did you fall asleep?
He cast sleep. He's muted.
He is
So
muted.
maybe he can't.
Are you muted? Did you forget you're muted?
No, I didn't forget. That
Okay.
was muted.
Welcome back. You
But-
saw Dirkin join everyone else and, join Robert and trying to figure out what is happening on that side. You saw the wall burst into a million pieces.
Okay.
You join them. As Robert
Yes.
is looking through his book and seeing that there's an annex to the book that is not part of the literature that he has with him. But you are in the Great Library, probably
With
somewhere
all the
there.
books in the world.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wall bursts. But one thing, I was going around the room, just touching the walls. I said that I want to do that. Did any other part of the room heat up?
All of the room was cold, as the only places that were warm at some point or another were the ones with the symbols.
All the walls. I was just going
Yes.
around the room with my hand touching the wall.
Mm-hmm. Everything was cold as you would expect it to be, except the ones where sometimes the symbols would be warm.
Okay. So just these two. Here and here.
Mm-hmm.
Around here, at least. Okay. Okay.
So, given this information, what are you going to do? All of you.
I say, guys, maybe we should go to the library because this book tells us there's a correlation between these rocks and the old symbols, and I don't have the book with me, so.
And the correlation is given by their placement, but what you were saying is that the symbols themselves.
Not the symbols themselves,
described
but the rocks themselves would be described in an addendum that is not part of the book.
Okay.
Mhm.
But yes.
You still don't seem to remember what these symbols would mean, or you don't.
Mhm.
You haven't seen these rocks before. They don't strike any nerve with you.
I'm assuming now from context that they might represent elements, the classical elements in some way, because I'm assuming that these ones here are the substances.
Or the other way around.
Could be the other way around.
It could. Which one do you think is easier? Trying to fit personalities into physical elements, or fit personalities into... don't want to say abstract elements, because fire, water, earth, and air are not abstract elements.
I
But
just call them the classical elements. Yeah.
okay, would it be easier on physical elements or abstract
Well, in
elements?
general, the classical elements have
Classical
a lot
elements.
more being written about them over the ages, right? So they have a lot of things going on. So yes, you are right that it might refer to the classical elements instead. And I might also be getting a bit too hang up on my own summary of the personalities.
If you were to do it on the classical elements, how would you try to interpret them?
Stable would be earth, the many lovers would be fire, adaptable, either water or air.
And the arts and the science.
That would be whatever is left from the others, because I'm not arts and sciences. I'm not exactly sure how to justify.
Something reactive.
So either water or air would be adaptable
By
and vice
exclusion.
versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water being adaptable, usually that's something association I have at least.
Yeah, it's a
So I
liquid.
would have the lovers fire, stable earth, and adaptable water, which would leave out air for the other one.
Makes sense.
Derek, and as you're thinking about this, it seems like you can more easily find the an association between the classical elements and these kings than you can find
Yeah.
for the physical ones. And I'm not just saying
also
for your
makes more
character, I'm
sense.
saying it for you as well.
Yeah, and it makes more sense that the symbol that I would remember from childhood to be substances, because chemists.
That is fair.
So okay.
However,
now I
you don't
that.
you still don't remember exactly what this is.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you have to go by is Robert's addendum that is not presently with you.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what would you guys like to do?
Going back to the library, get the book. It seems to be the easiest way to get to the thing now.
Is everyone on board with this plan? Given you still have 2 statues here that you might want to.
I was going to
We might
suggest that
look into
someone
the others.
stay here.
Yeah, we can look into we can look into the others while Robert goes to get the book, I suppose.
Okay, sure. I mean, you could also be the one. I mean, maybe you would be the one most interested. I don't know.
No, you have your reference there on your own book, so I was just assuming that Robert wouldn't want to do that. So okay, you have the thing, so you go there because you know what you want.
Okay, sure. Follow me. I go there.
Right. Important question. How are we on time?
I'm fine.
I don't have a curfew.
I'm fine for a bit more.
Yeah, same.
How much is a bit?
Is it 2 statues long, or 3 statues long, or not really?
That's not a very precise measurement.
As in, I have a good point to end it, and more than that, I don't know exactly when it would end.
I mean, it all depends on our attitude. I mean, Robert was the main character in finishing 3 statues in this session. I mean,
You can
just
put
saying.
it that way. You can put it that way.
So, anyway, I go there to get the book. So I'm not there.
I'll put it this way. I don't think I can have a better ending than what I can give you now within the next 30 minutes. So do we want to call it here, or do we want to play for like another hour or 2?
I mean, in all honesty, I would like to finish the puzzles today, being honest.
Yeah. I agree.
Durkin, you're the one that's 1 hour ahead of us. Depending on how things go, I expect it to go like another 2 hours from your rate.
2 hours. Yeah, that would be
No,
almost close to 2
wait.
a.m.
Wait. You're focusing on the wrong part. Is at your rate. All you need to do is actually start doing stuff.
No, because what I have would probably set you back a bit, so I think it's a good point.
So we have a cliffhanger just around the corner for right now.
Yes. Or one in like 2 hours. That's my point.
I think it sounds like, okay, then we should close it now. Well, at that.
Yeah, I mean,
Pathfinder.
given the GM put it that way, yeah, maybe finish it.
Yeah, because we climbed from 30 minutes to 1 hour to 2 hours.
Exactly. If it's like,
Half an hour to 1 hour.
yeah, if it was half an hour, I would be in.
So,
I mean,
Robert,
we can solve this. We can solve this
Yeah,
in 1 hour.
Can I finish the alchemist at least?
no.
Fuck.
I would say you might be
Someone
able.
done
Not even that. Yes, you can't finish the alchemist. I don't think.
Okay, so one thing. Let me try and remember. We haven't done anything from the right side of the room. Or did we complete the cartographer?
And
Yeah,
the blacksmith.
all it's
They're
missing
in
is
italics.
alchemist, justice, and astrology.
You're only
We've
missing
just done
three.
the
Durkin, you did point out something interesting. Was the, or rather, you noticed more than anyone else. The blacksmith stopped saying his phrase whenever you struck this wall, but he also had this wall left to strike.
Oh.
I'm just gonna point that out so that you remember, but
Yeah.
you can keep thinking about that in the future.
But, so do the italics still stand?
They do.
Like,
But I just wanted to point that out, that you stopped hearing the whispering when he broke this wall, but you remembered that you had the other wall. And you thought to yourself that, well, it's already done, so it's not going to do anything, but it did.
it did.
Just wanted to point that out. In the meantime, as you're thinking about this and discussing with Abaris what these symbols might mean, trying to get a better representation of each one of the vials and the rocks itself. Robert, you're going back through where you came from. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Man, why did this not work? I highlighted multiple and... as you go back through... Whoops, wrong place. There you go.
Oh no.
Back through through the mirrors that had your replicas that were distorted from yourself. You still see the X down here.
Okay.
And you make your way backwards towards the part of the library you were in.
Okay.
Do you remember that as you were thinking about this book, everything seemed to be going dark?
What?
Do you not remember this part? Every time you thought about the book, it seemed like the library was going darker and darker?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Fuck.
Is there going to be a jump scare?
The right one.
He's picking the perfect one for this moment.
Robert, as you touch the wall, the wooden wall that would bring you back to the library, the library is pitch dark. Can't see anything. But you do hear movement, but you can't pinpoint where it's coming from.
Okay.
Almost like people are moving further down into the library, but you can't see anything. Is it people?
I don't know. I do have those torches that illuminate wherever I'm around, so let's fucking find out.
You want to find out?
Mm-hmm. Don't miss next session.
What are you doing? You're going to light one of these torches?
Yeah, it's just putting around it. It's a stone that's permanent with torch. Permanent torch on, you know the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Light. Permanent light. Yeah, that's the name of the spell.
And as you do this, we'll figure out what you see in the next session.
Of course. Of fucking course.
Damn it.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I had a good moment to end it.
Boy.
See what happens next time.
Okay, I deleted the shush the librarian text. We don't need it anymore.
You've already done that. So, I hope everyone had fun.
Oh yes.
Although Abarius didn't have much of a chance to.
No, but it was fine. I got to do some pun and some innuendo, so I'm happy.
As long as Abarius gets to do innuendo, everything's fine, right?
Yeah. When I play the other character, I have to be very straight-laced, so I can loosen a bit with this one.
All right. Also, Kami, thanks for the ban. I know you might still be watching. I completely missed it because I've only been looking at YouTube chat. But
Thanks for the ban.
Yeah, it's some bot shot thing.
yeah, bot
Okay.
chat thing.
Okay.
I thought I had the bot to post one chat to the other, but it's not actually working, so I need to look into that. I thought I was okay just looking at one chat and both of them would be fine, but oh well. Does anyone have anything they want to add before we head off for today?
No.
The library is dead.
BRB. Back.
BRB.
Or back. You have to decide.
BRB.
That was very fast.
You can do both,
Yeah.
man.
I'm back.
I was asking if anyone had anything they wanted to add before we close the session off.
Puzzles are terrible.
Do you not like puzzles?
I mean, I like them, but given our style of play, which is slow,
Mm-hmm.
if Robert wasn't like, yeah, let's fucking do them, we would be here for a month. Just saying.
He's not wrong.
Not wrong, but at the same time, I think you guys actually found the puzzles okay. As in, you found solutions to them pretty okay. Am I wrong, or
the musician was kind of Simon Says.
I mean, in all honesty, it was just blowing on it 3
Yeah.
times.
I think the actual solution was just blowing on it with them, but I don't know.
however,
Just covered you.
I want to once again point out Durkin has pointed out some inconsistencies in these puzzles. 2 of them, to be exact.
GM, just so you're aware, okay? I know where you live, and if the plot twist is, you were all asleep this whole time.
No, it's not.
Okay, no, but I'm informing you now. Yeah, I would mess with you. I'd mess you up.
On Minecraft.
Do I need to say it's Minecraft because we are on Twitch?
No.
I was just
Oh, okay.
But I will say that Durgan has noticed some inconsistencies.
Yes, I have noticed things.
Yes, Durgan has noticed things. Which could
Durkin is very smart.
could or couldn't be important. I will also remind you of what led you into here, the notes that you found from that Abaris stole from the librarian,
Mm-hmm.
which was Boris, do you want to remind us?
Nope. No,
It
I don't
wa-
remember.
It was the Beware the Labyrinth of Truths.
I don't remember.
Beware the Labyrinth of Truths?
He does not remember.
He
Then-
forgot.
I'm literally telling you what it is.
I thought there was a
And-
second part of the phrase.
No, there wasn't.
No,
Okay,
we
beware
forgot
the truth.
that.
Okay.
That was our cue into how to get into the restricted section.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
That's all I wanted to add to this discussion. All right. If no one has anything they want to add, I think we can end it here.
Sorry about the inconsistency. So there's the line, the first hammer strike shushed the blacksmith statue,
Mm-hmm.
despite there being two,
Yes.
and the other was
And the other was that some of the statues were self-contained, while the other ones were not self-contained, or were solutions to each other. There was no way to solve them individually. You couldn't solve the blacksmith without the cartographer, and you couldn't solve the alchemist without the... Well, you assume you can't solve the alchemist without the other two. You're not sure yet.
And we have completely overlooked so far the top two ones.
Yeah, and you still have to look at the other one, the other two. Right. Does anyone have anything else they want to add before we end the session?
Nope. Not right now.
All right then. I'll thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
Bye.
I was gonna say, Derek, and that was way too low. Your
Yeah,
microphone cut off.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about. I didn't hear it cut off, of course, but yeah, I was speaking loudly.
Yeah, it cut off.
Microphone.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't say anything, so that's why I did. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.